Good day guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have the new Audi RS6 performance. Now the Audi RS6 has been known to be one of the best wagon slash touring performance cars in its class, or the only, I should say, in its class, which has beaten a lot of records apart from the E63 Mercedes-AMG. Now with this performance version you have quite a lot of changes compared to your standard RS6. Now this RS6 is the C8 generation, which is your latest generation of Audi RS6. Now in terms of styling, the normal RS6 looks aggressive enough, but with the performance you get additional add-ons, you could say, or features of it, which improves the aggressiveness substantially. Now here you get your Audi Matrix LED headlights. With the performance you get larger vents, a different, more aggressive grille. You have these vents which have been passed down from the R8's performance. You get a larger front splitter over here. You can opt for the carbon option, where all of those things become carbon fiber. Now from the front as well, your bonnet lines flow all the way to the back, which makes it look very aggressive. This car has 21-inch performance rims gripped by 10 piston calipers, and that is a large ceramic disc. I don't know the exact size of it, but that's much bigger than your standard car. Along the side you have your very aggressive lines which go to the back of the car. Now the side profile looks like the normal RS6, but with the performance you have an extended side skirt to enhance aggressiveness. Here on the rear you have your 22-inch alloy wheels, or shall I say RS performance wheels according to Audi. Now at the back you have your more curvier and wider arches to make it look more aggressive. You have your titanium RS performance exhaust with a more aggressive diffuser, and from the back it looks like the wagon, typical wagon from the A6, but this one has an RS badge. Overall the RS6 looks very good in my opinion. I think it's one of the best looking wagons they've made, or touring cars they've made. Now enough about the exterior, let's explore more with the interior. Now on the interior of the Audi RS6 performance, here we agreed to buy a 10.5-inch digital driver display. Here you have your little shifter pads. These are metal, by the way, much better than the previous gens. Flat bottom steering wheel with Alcantara. The Alcantara feels very good. Here you have your RS button, your touch sensitive buttons. In the center you have your 12.2-inch passenger slash center display. Here you have another center display, but this controls your climate control and air conditioning. On the RS cars you have your RS and S cars you have your red start stop button, which is very nice. Here even the gear shifter, oof, it's Alcantara. Here are the controls for your cameras, parking brake, auto hold. Here you have additional storage and cup holders, which are very nice, with your 12V sockets. Now with the R6, the center console is not that big. You just have your wireless charging and a little bit of space, but that's for your phone mainly. I mean, the R6 is performance focused, so I guess why not. Here you have your glove compartment, which makes up in space, wow, for your center console. Here, this being the RS6, you have your RS red stitching over here, which looks fabulous with your honeycomb affix. Oh, and by your vents you have matte carbon fiber, which feels very nice compared to gloss. No offense to us, but matte carbon fiber looks a bit more aggressive. Oh, and over here you have additional storage. I forgot to mention there as well. You have your light settings, but the settings are usually on auto, so you don't really have to worry about lights. As long as you have it on auto, you're covered. Now let's move on to the back of this RS. Now at the back of the RS6 you have tons of space here, actually plenty of headroom. This is a very nice place to be in. Here you have your climate controls, which is on the screen, which is very cool, I will say. You also have your vents over here. I like that they kept it physical. You have your Type-C charging and your 12 volts. Here you have additional storage for the rear, because you as an RS6 owner, you're a businessman, so why not get more storage? Here you have more cup holders actually, which is very nice. The carbon fiber trim continues all the way back onto the door panel with the additional venting. Over here we don't get Bang & Olufsen. I think we do, but it's only for the bottom speakers. The top speakers are totally separate, but who cares, you have Bang & Olufsen anyway. Here you have panoramic sunroof, but it's split into two. The passengers also get one, but the shade over here it's closed. Now I'd like to open it, but this is a showroom car, so I don't have the key, but I'll just show you guys the features of this RS6 for now. This being an RS6, you do get freeloading. It's a touring, you need the practicality, so yeah, freeloading, I'm not surprised. Now let's move on to the boot of the Audi RS6. Now on the Audi RS6, the boot space is not very different from the standard A6. You have a boot capacity of 580 liters of space, which is more than enough for most people. Here you have your extended partial shelf, which folds back and forth like this. You can detach it if you want to. Here you have your additional storage over here. Since this is not a hybrid, yeah, you don't have cables. You have your toolkit down there, and here you have your health and safety kits, extra netting, an extra 12 volt to fold down the seat. You just pull on this lever and it folds on the seats. And it's a good thing they didn't make it automated, because that takes quite a while to do. Now one thing you'll rarely see is your lighting here, which is cool. I like the way they've hid it in the RS6. Over here as well, you can close the boot by putting your foot under the back bumper, but that's if your hands are full. Now let's move on to the engine of this beast. Oh, what a view, right? Well, this, for the RS6, you have a 4 liter twin turbo V8. In this model, being the performance, you have 463 kilowatts of power and 815 newton meters of torque, powering all four wheels via the Quattro system through a 8-speed dual clutch gearbox. But wow, what a view this is. This is the same V8s which have been used over and over again in V8 Audi models, but in RS cars they dial up the power, as you can see. This ECU unit is the biggest ECU unit I've seen in an Audi before. But boy, what a view this is, and what a looker this car is. But that's the performance figures of the Audi RS6 performance. Now let's move on to our final verdict. Now the final verdict of this Audi RS6 performance, I think it's a lovely buy after all. You get practicality, good performance, good features by the way. You have your lane keep assist and all these modern features as standard on this RS6, which is very nice to have, especially when you're in troublesome situations. But I think this is a good overall package. Now you can consider the Mercedes-Benz E63S, but that is getting a bit old now. We'll have to wait till the new one comes out, but the new one will get a 6-cylinder. So if you still want a V8 wagon or touring R6 is your best buy. If you want something from BMW, you do have the choice of the M3 Touring, which we have reviewed, but that's a bit smaller than this, and you don't get a V8, despite it being just as quick as the R6 Performance. Personally, in my opinion, I would take the R6 Performance, even though BMW has come out with the G90 as well. The R6 is just a better looking vehicle, and it's lighter, and this has a timeless design. So I'd say the R6 is one of the perfect packages you can get if you're looking for a fast wagon. Now, thank you and goodbye. Please like and subscribe to see more content such as this. Take care and goodbye.